tell me what happened.
Dad.
Tell me what happened with the whole 911 call.
Well, I'm down there. They got this Coca-Cola phone that looks like a play toy. So I'm like, let me go figure this thing out. And I'm like, well, first I tried to call my number, didn't answer, didn't ring. The only number I knew was 911, so I dialed it, picked it up. 911, what's your emergency? I was like, I need a thing. I was like, robbery. And then I hung up, because, 5 seconds later, I didn't hear nothing. So then I go back to watching TV, just turn it on. And I go back, and they're like, excuse me, we need the address. I'm like, oh, this is real. So I'm like, okay. I run upstairs to go tell my mom. And as soon as I get not even a word out, boom, boom, boom. This was about 5 seconds later. I'm like, how'd they show up real quick? I'm dead meat. I'm like, nah. So my mom and Auntie Jessica goes to answer the door. And Uncle Scott, they come in. And they're like, is everybody okay? Is anybody armed? Is a robbery? That's the first thing they start doing. And as soon as my mom hears the word robbery, she's like, you said what now? What did he say? Robbery. And that's where right after that, my mom gave me this look in her eye. I knew it was done. I knew it was over. Couldn't even spit a word out. And David, my cousin, comes down here with some Naruto sword that's like all sharp and it has like a blade on it. And he jumps on the stairs. He's like, Naruto! He's like, he pulls it out. And they're getting ready to take their gun out. They're like, I hear the clicking sound. And I'm like, somebody's going to get shot. Somebody's going to get shot. And they like, and Uncle Scott is like, don't shoot. He's like, son, don't shoot. I'm like, I thought he was going to die. And the guy is like, he's a black guy, black policeman. He's like, don't ever do that again. There's some kids who done that, and it's been a prank call. Ma'am, he said robbery, so we came down here super fast and tracked the number. There was some policemen in the area, but the chief of police is outside and wants to talk to you, ma'am. My mom goes outside, so there's Auntie Jessica. They're outside for about 5 minutes while that policeman is talking to me. I already knew it was over when they came back inside. Once that door shut and the policeman left, me and David tried to make a run for it. She was like, get your ass. She was like, get your ass. She was like, get back down here. So we sat on this bench. And me and David are like, he was shaking. We don't know what's going to happen. And she's like, first she yells at David. She's like, how do you take a sword out on the police? I told you to put that sword on. I told you. So David is like, I didn't use it. She's like, I'm going to use it on you. So she takes the sword and like throws it outside. And she's like, David, go to your room, David. And then it's all, David left. I got no backup. I'm done. And the first question my mom asked, she's like, who was down there watching him? and Auntie Jessica and Uncle Scott is like, Papa should be down there. And she's like, Papa, you said Dad down there this what? Oh, and she almost felt bad. She was like, Papa, I didn't know how old that guy is. And we go down there. Papa's knocked out. He's watching TV. He wasn't up for 30 seconds of the movie. He knocked out. Uncle Scott's like, Dad, wake up. You didn't hear the phone go off? He's like, oh, I thought that was my ringer. There's a ring in the socket. I'm exposed right there. She's like, he called 911. He was like, the who? He called the popo. The who? He was like, oh, wow. Nah, we never get that Papa down the water again ever again. So Papa was in trouble. Everybody was in trouble. Then we came back up, and she was like, sit on the bench. Auntie Jessica was like, sit on the bench. You're not going to disrespect my house like this. I was like, the first time I see her yell. And my mom was like, she was like, How could you say Rory? You know that I'm gonna rob you. You don't think you're gonna take my wallet. You don't think you're gonna take my clothes, my shoes off my feet. I was wearing nothing on that bench but some underwear and some and a shirt, Dad. Nothing. She stripped me, Dad. Nothing. I was sitting down there like this. She like, nah, that's how you feel. That's exactly how you feel. And I'm like, can I get off the bench? They're like, shut your, She's like, shut up. I can tell you to come off the bench. Auntie Jessica's put downstairs looking like, and my mom's around the corner talking to me. She's like, we packing tonight. Tonight. I'm like, I'm dead. So, it was even worse when we got back home. She took everything away from me. She took everything out of my room. I was grounded for like, I don't even know how long, a month. She didn't tell me when I got off, so I'm probably still grounded now. She don't even know. 2 years ago, I had no Christmas because it was about Christmas time over there. I had no Christmas. The only gift I got was a note from my mom. Said, do better or something. I don't even know what it was. It was some cringy note that she gave me. I got a note on Christmas. Auntie Jessica was like, oh, we did buy this for you. She was like, no. She was like, you're bad, but don't get nothing. She knocked something out of my hand.
She took the gift
Yeah, she took the gift back and put it on the shelf. She was like, go reach it. She was like, go reach it. That's how I feel. I was like, oh God.
She gave the gift and then poured it
Yeah,
back.
and she was like, here you go. No. She was, oh God. Oh God. I was like, there goes Christmas. No, nothing. Drinking nothing but water and broccoli. That it was nothing.
You said water and broccoli.
Yes, that's all they fed me. She said no sweets on the plane. On the. She said.
They took all the sugar away. They took all the sugar away from you.
Dad, she took everything. Everything. And then the next day, we don't even hear back from her. She's still yelling at David the next day for bringing that sword down. And the sword never came out of his room again, Dad. It was a wrap. He was like, we leave her, right? It was like, we leave her. I'm in the car with
Is that how her face was?
Yeah. It was like all scrunched up. I'd never seen Auntie Jessica so mad like that, or my mom. She was like, I can't. I can't. Once he said Robert, I can't. And then she was mad at Uncle Scott because Uncle Scott sent Papa down there to watch me because he had to talk to friends on the phone.
Who?
Uncle Scott.
Uncle Scott was
so my mom, was like,
talking.
how are you know what? Why you send Papa down there to go watch? As old as he is. They were going off in the kitchen. I was like, wow.
Wow.
I'm glad, dude. It was a wrap.
Yeah. Well,
Everything was taken away. It was a wrap, Dad.
that's funny.
That's what happened.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you,
Dad.
but thank you for sharing
I didn't
because
get no gifts on Christmas, Dad.
No.
I had to earn all my gifts back. All of them.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
I got that.
All right.